you want to talk about? My mom asked as we sat down as she was enjoying an iced coffee and I a vanilla colada. First, I would like to get out of the way something that happened at the store. Were you offended by the cashier, I asked. Yes, but I am used to that stuff by now. Why? Because it's just part of our lives for us being the religion we are. I thought you were also functioning under the system that if something bothers us because they don't like how we dress, we just move on. I am usually, but I don't know. It just has been hitting me more today. Okay, what else? On my ride with Dad to Midway Airport, he said he wanted to talk to Doctor Marcacius about him being Doctor Marcacius, and how he has to stop, I said. Did you do that? My mom asked. I tried to, but he acted weird to me. What did he do? Well, when he was talking to me as I was transitioning from the orange to the pink line at Hill Washington Library, staying Van Buren on our way from Midway Airport to the school, as I was on the pink line train and the door was shut, but the train hadn't begun moving yet, he was pounding on the windows. Did he do damage? No, if he did, I would have talked with you right away. I'll talk with him. That was a very unsafe thing for him to do. There were also things we discussed, but I don't feel comfortable sharing them in front of you. With Marcus or Dad? Marcus. Okay, what else? Or we all set on the hotels Marcus, we all set on Marcus's hotels he picked for an annual driving trip to Orlando to visit Grandpa and Grandma, I asked. Yes, answered my mom. Good. I just wanted to make sure. I asked Dad earlier and he said the same thing. Did he tell you we are renting a red station wagon because Marcus is doing all the driving and he needs to drive with his hood down? I think so. So let me ask you this. Since you are the road geek, how long each of the day... So let me ask, since you are the road geek, how long do you think each of these days we drive because if we stay at hotels? Chicago to Cincinnati is about 4.5 hours. Cincinnati to Atlanta is about 7.5. And Atlanta to Orlando is about 6.5 more. That is the breakdown for the way down. Up? Orlando to Valdosta is probably about 2.5 hours. Valdosta to Mammoth Cave is about 9, and Mammoth Cave to Chicago, probably about 6. I find it weird how he laid out those hotels. Why? Have you noticed the first day of traveling is significantly less travel time than the day when we were traveling between stops in the day we reach our destination? Not until you said something. I wish there was something I could do to change those hotel locations. Did you try asking him? He screamed at me saying no. Oh, I see. That was exactly how I wanted Doctor Marcacius to answer. I only acted like I had the idea of no the idea to cover up the return. I had to know idea to cover up the return. Currently, Mom suspects nothing. Can I ask you a question about Marcus? My mom asked. Sure, though I don't have an answer, I answered. I may not know the answer, I answered. Do you know why he has been screaming at me a lot more lately? I don't think it is because of his excuse. First, I would like to know what his excuse is. He says it is part of his new persona as Doctor Marcacius. Yeah, I doubt that. Do you have any idea what it is? No. Okay. I'm glad I tried asking, my mom said. Me too, because I'm trying to figure that out too. I lied because I knew it was because of the stress of trying to save her life. What do you think it is? I have no idea, and I would appreciate it if you don't ask me, because I get my ideas better if I am not constantly asked about it. I didn't know you were like that. Marcus is like that too. He says that it's definitely possible for him to be like that through his studies as psychologist, that come up with him trying to find a cure for autism. I wonder how he is doing on that, said my mom. Why, I asked. Because I don't think there is one. Why? We are realists. The God we believe in puts obstacles in our way of life like our autism, which is why God invented our favorite colors so we can get through this world together and be united forever and ever at the end of our lives. So are you saying that you don't think there is a cure for autism because it is out of God's character? Yes. Marcus, I know, believes in God with all his heart like we do. Have you ever tried to explain this to him? I mean, you are the high priestess. I have. He claims that he believes that he is on a mission from God to find the cure for autism rather than just go along with it. He is still a devoted awareist. Even if you disagreeing with him over that, do you still consider him an awareist? I do, because if he finds a cure, he will take it and become a neurotypical. And I am absolutely okay with the idea of neurotypicals joining our religion. I see. Just a reminder, I am the high priestess. I get to make the rules in our religion, my mom said. You are also the founder too, I said. Correct? Correct. Now, I have a question for you, switching the subject. What is it? You said George had a bad day at school. Is he doing okay right now? Yes, he was working on a project in arts and crafts, and his project got destroyed by accident, and he punched the student who did it. Punch? Yeah, but they're used to things like that, the Oak Park Charter School. The thing though is, I am not, because I never heard of him punching a student before. Oh, I am sorry. I know that this happened at the worst possible time, since I know it is harder for you to function without Dad gone. That is unfortunately how the world works. The worst things that happen when you want them to the least. Yep. And what makes things even worse is that it doesn't happen the other way around, and the best things don't come when you want them the most. Also, yep. I need to call your dad and tell him what is going on. Have you heard from him at all today? I heard he got to Cleveland okay, answered my mom. Is that all you heard? Because that is all I heard. Yep. You do know you don't know why he's having the business trip. I do, is for him to sign contracts for future projects. Correct. He seemed pretty excited about it on the ride to Midway Airport. Of course he was. That's how he earns more money than me. I know. Let me tell you something. I love your father for all the contracts he is willing to get himself into. Because, I earn plenty of money. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be able to place our nation of Robbinsog into the Chicago Loop and live the luxury life. I know. God, do I love him. Me too. Just then, my mom's phone went off. Morgan? Said my mom through the phone. Pause. You got a top floor room that overlooks Lake Erie? Pause. Things are going fine here. It's just that Marcus squeaked out Sam earlier, and George had a rough day at school. Pause. Yes. Pause. How much? Pause. An hour more. An hour more a day? When? Pause. In the morning. Pause. Yeah. Yep, that is fine, especially if that is for that much more money. Pause. Wow, you met Sam Lee? Pause. Wow. Pause. That is amazing. I'm so proud of you. Pause. Okay, what time is your flight back in tomorrow night? Pause. That's late. We will try and be up, but no promises. Pause. Goodbye, Marvin. My mom then hung up the phone. Your father is the best, said my mom, jumping up and down in her seat. I know, I said. I can't wait for him to come back tomorrow.